venture?
Well, yes, President Jacob Zuma officially launching was part of the commercial launch of these new fleet of trains that have already started operating. The President took a ride from Marisik Station here in Pretoria to Bosman Station, and when he was delivering his keynote address, he spoke about how smooth the train was and also made a plea and a call on commuters saying that please take care of the trains. This is something that he kept on reiterating, saying that he can't stress it any further, that commuters need to make sure that they take care of these trains, because we've seen incidents where when trains arrive late, for instance, we have commuters who are setting them alight. Let's quickly bring in the Minister of Transport, just quickly, Joe Maswanganye, just to speak to us more about today's launch. It's been a long time coming. I think it's been a 1-year delay, if I'm not mistaken, but this is finally happening. Now commuters can be part of this initiative. They can get onto these trains and experience what President Jacob Zuma calls a smooth ride.
Yes, thanks very much. This is part of the trains that we are having partnership with Brazil. All in all, we are going to manufacture 600 trains. 20 have already been manufactured from Brazil and they are here as the President was handing them over today. The rest of the 580 are going to be manufactured in Nigel, Ekurhuleni municipality. The factory is almost ready. Anytime in the next 3 months or so, we'll start with the construction or building of the new train. And remember, we also have those other trains that come from Spain. Those are for long distances, and this one are for short distances. And the Gibela consortium in Nigel, we are going to create together with them 8,000 jobs to build the new trains.
Well, initially the cost of this project was set about around 150 billion rand. And we just heard from President Jacob Zuma now saying that it's 173 billion rand. What has cost the escalation of the price in terms of manufacturing these trains as well as rolling out these fleet?
Escalation of the price is caused by inflation, because we applied for money from outside, and we are subjected to rand-dollar exchange. However, be that as it may, it is worthwhile that we give our people state-of-the-art trains like this one. We also have to remember that we are going to roll out the other project of Moloto Corridor. We have got the long-distance trains, we have got these ones, we have got the How train. We believe that railway transport is an alternative transport which is safe, reliable, and as the President has made a call, we call upon our people that even if there are problems, let's not burn the trains, let's not vandalize the railway infrastructure.
During the current climate that South Africa finds itself in, both political and the economical repercussions that it has, the ripple effect that it has, it will obviously become a bit of a problem for PRASA to raise the amount of money that it needs to fund this railway project. Is this something that PRASA has sat down with the department in terms of how exactly they will raise this money that's needed, the 173 billion rand that the President spoke of?
Together with the Treasury, we are doing something to make sure that we live up to the commitments that we made to our people. We are not going to do this alone. We have got international partners like the Chinese. President Xi Jinping and President Zuma signed a memorandum of understanding to assist us in rolling out the railway infrastructure. So we believe that with the tax that our people are contributing of not less than 1 trillion, we will go a long way together with private sector delivering better transport services.
And when we speak of private sector, we can't let out black industrialists as well. And I see, just looking at some of the tweets that have been coming through, people asking where are the black industrialists? It seems as though that they're not part of this. You have the likes of Brazil that are leading this, and now you're speaking about the president of China, Xi Jinping, also being part of this initiative in terms of raising funds as well.
There is no way in which we are going to compromise radical socio-economic transformation, and amongst that is the issue of black industrialists. We are working very closely with sister departments like DGI, which is a champion in terms of black industrialists, including these trains. Black industrialists are involved through Gibela. There's no way that we are going to compromise. We are going to be very aggressive to make sure that the previously disadvantaged are brought into the mainstream of the economy, and in particular in the transport sector.
Minister, just before you became actually Minister of Transport, there were concerns raised around the height of the train. I don't know if that has been able to be sorted out. And the question that I want to ask you right now, do you believe that commuters will be safe when they are in these trains?
There are two different sets of trains. These ones have got no problem. These are from Brazil, or these ones are the trains that we have a partnership with Brazil. The RSR, the regulator, Railway Safety Regulator, has given us the certificate to operate these trains as of March. The other trains which there are issues in regard to their height are those ones which were manufactured in Spain. All in all, they are supposed to be 50. 13 plus have been delivered. They are there in Braamfontein. We are dealing with that problem together with Transnet, the manufacturer or the service provider, and PRASA. However, you'll remember that PRASA has interdicted the company. There's going to be a sitting of the court somewhere in June. We have already spent a lot of money on the infrastructure, and we believe that an amicable solution should be found which will be to the best interest of our people. Because with those other trains, they are long distance. Between Cape Town and Johannesburg, as of now, with the trains that we have, the Shosholoza Mail, you change almost 3 times. So the traveling time is too long. But with the new trains, there's not going to be changing of locomotives between Cape Town, Johannesburg, East London and Port Elizabeth. So the travel time is going to be much shorter. So we'll find the solutions in all areas where there are disputes.
Just finally, do you as PRASA, do you as government want to recoup the money from the Spanish manufacturers?
I don't want to preempt the outcome of the court case. Remember, we have got a contract with them. PRASA have taken them to court. As I say, as the minister responsible for transport, I say that we should find an amicable solution which will be to the best interest of the taxpayers, because the taxpayers have already paid a lot of money and we can't just leave it to go down the drain. And I believe that solution will be found.
Just finally, understand that there is this contract with the Spanish manufacturers, but is what PRASA is seeking in court papers to stop the Spanish company from continuing manufacturing these trains, even going forward, even with the new specs?
I think it is in relation to the process towards the procurement of those train sets.
Okay, well, there you have it from Minister Joe Masongane speaking there on the launch of today's the commercial fleet of these trains that have already started commuting in and around Pretoria. We had President Jacob Zuma also earlier on speaking around the smoothness of the train, and has clearly made the distinction between the two sets of trains, the long distance trains, which he said is the trains that had the problem around the heights, and these trains don't have those issues. These are the trains that were manufactured in Brazil, and they have received the certificate to go ahead and operate on the railway as it stands at the moment. It's back to you in studio.
Aldrin, thanks so much. Aldrin Sampear live from Pretoria at the launch of those commercial trains. Stay with